Good intentions, good intentions, good intentions. The power of word, the power of word. And the power word today is going to be two. It's going to be two. It's going to be vagabond and sojourner. Vagabond, sojourner. Vagabond, Vagabond. Vagabond. What is the English definition of a vagabond? A vagabond is a person who wanders from place to place without a fixed home. Vagabond. Sojourner. 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 What is a sojourner in the English definition? Refers to a temporary resident or someone who stays in a place for a limited time. One more time, sojourner, English definition, refers to a temporary resident or someone who stays in a place for a limited time. All right. Power word, let's get into it. Vagabond. What is a vagabond plus the definition, right? We like to get more in depth to a vagabond. So with vagabond, I get vagabond from the book of the Bible, Genesis chapter 4, verses 12. You'll see this is where vagabond introduced itself to the world and spirituality in the Bible, and it called Cain a vagabond. What is a vagabond to this extent? Cain was called a vagabond because he didn't acknowledge something. When he killed his brother Abel, he was not in agreement with was the authority that was in the garden. He didn't acknowledge the authority that was in the garden at that time. And with that being said, he put himself in a position to where he didn't have the protection of the God, the creator of that garden. So the God, the creator of that garden at that time, was in power and gave him authority. But he was not acting in that authority. He was actually placed outside of that authority when he killed his brother Abel. And then he had a chance to reconcile his doing by acknowledging the blood. When the Creator came into him and said, "I can hear thy brother's blood calling from the ground. What have you done?" And he asked him, "Where is your brother?" And he said, "I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?" Very famous line that comes from the Bible. Also is quoted in a few movies. Vagabond is also a fugitive because Cain didn't acknowledge the authority in the garden. He couldn't stay in the garden no more. So he was what? Kicked outside of the garden. But also it was told that if anyone killed Cain, 70 times 7 shall their blood be slayed, because they should not kill him or touch him, because he was protected. People say that that's a curse, but why would you protect a curse? I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'm asking the question because I don't have the answer. So I'm just telling you what they say, but I'm telling you I don't write. I'm not in that call. I'm like boys in the hood. I'm like, your boy in the back seat, let me out. I'm not riding with y'all. I can't get in that car with that one. So a vagabond is a fugitive in the earth, right? A vagabond is someone that's constantly wandering from place to place. Wandering means that you have no steady foot. You're always looking over your shoulder. You're always trying to figure out things. Let's put it into 2025. You're always wondering how you're going to make the rent, how the light bill going to get paid. You're trying to figure out what I'm going to do next, where I'm going to go next, how I'm going to do it. You're uneasy. You feel like somebody watching you. You're always looking over your shoulders. You can't keep a job. That's a wanderer. So when you are a wanderer, that means not negativity, but that also means that you're on a path that's different from the masses. So when you're a wanderer, it makes life different. And then I'm not going to say that it's going to make life harder. It's just going to make life different for you. So a vagabond is a fugitive. A fugitive from the law? Absolutely not. But a fugitive in the earth. Because everything that the earth is in the valid point of the earth, it's not going to work for you. The Bible said that Cain, the fruit, because he was a gardener, that the trees would not release its seed to him. Meaning that every green herb that he planted and he sweat his brows off to get eyebrows, not brows like on your chest, it wouldn't work for him. So a vagabond is a fugitive in the earth. No rest, no peace, just weariness, right? What is a sojourner? A sojourner, right, the English definition refers to a temporary resident of someone who stays in a place for a limited time. Okay, that's pretty cool, but it don't give you the fullness of it. So a sojourner is Abraham. Abraham, Genesis chapter 23, chapter 4. Genesis chapter 23, verse 4 talks about Abraham and him being a sojourner. And a sojourner was someone who traveled from place to place, but he did it willingly. He didn't have to do it on a run. He'd have to do it from a concerning place, a worrying place, or a laboring place. He just did it to did it. Everywhere he went, the trees released its fruit. The green grass grew. Everything was his. There was nothing hidden from him. Everything that yielded up its strength and gave it to him, the animals was there for him. Everything was at his disposal. So everything, the sidewalks, the places, the parks, everything was for him. So he looked at it as, I am not in a place of need or want because everything is mine. The Bible said the world is mine and the fullness thereof. So he lived in that place. He lived in that peace. He lived with that understanding. So if you don't want to be a vagabond and a fugitive in the earth, but you would want to understand how to be a sojourner and have everything released to you, then I would ask that you would study Abraham in the Bible. Stay up, because we can't continue to fall.